What's up, y'all? Yeah, I have the need to do some mind alchemy. So I figured, I do what I usually do, but I record it. Because, life is lifing. Life is lifing, and when life is lifing, you gotta take a second. See things from a higher perspective, see things from the divine's perspective and not your own. Yeah, so I'm working at my job, and I'm thankful for it. But it's not something that I plan on staying at for the rest of my life. It's not a career, it's a job. It's to pay the bills. Take care of myself and my kids, period. And I've been kind of sidetracked lately on focusing on my goals. I have kind of my higher self kind of is pulling me in a different direction, like pretty much the direction that I'm at right now, like talking to y'all, is the direction that my higher self is pulling me into. So I kind of put what I was focusing on as far as my other goal, like this wasn't even a goal, like real talk. Like what I'm doing here now, making these video messages and stuff wasn't my goal, But I felt led to do it, so I'm gonna be obedient to the divine within me. And so, my job, it pays well. I mean, it's decent pay, but it's physically, exhausting. I work in a warehouse, right? And so, you got rates that you gotta keep, and I'm kind of I'm not really at the rate that I'm supposed to be making per hour. But they have a range, it's usually depending on what most people are doing, that's how they grade the range. So if most people are doing really high, then the low range is going to be higher. And if people are not, if their rate isn't as high, then the low end of the rate is going to be lower. So apparently you got people up in here being extra and shit, going above the normal rate. And so I was told by a manager that as long as I had a certain number I'd be fine, but now I'm finding out about this percentages and shit, depending on what the majority of people are doing. And I'm like, well, damn, because I'm working my ass off, thinking I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? My manager comes to me and talks to me about my rate. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I know I'm not at the normal, the regular rate, but I got to be somewhere, if not over the low end of the range. I gotta be somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And so it's he kind of made me feel and I understand, I'm not, it's no shade to him because he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? They have to, they got managers that's on their ass about production. So he doing his job. So and I told him that I didn't take what he was saying personally, but I'm just like, look, I'm not a fucking robot. I'm a human being. It's gonna be days when I do good. It's gonna be days when I don't do as well. Because I'm a human. I'm not a machine. Machines are gonna always be efficient. You know what I'm saying? But humans are not like that. You're gonna have your good days and your bad days or whatever. And he understood. So I know he's just doing his job.
Breaking news just in. After the diary of a Mind Alchemist channel host inquired about the incident out of curiosity to one of the operations managers, aka her manager's boss, it turns out her production rate was just fine, and her manager, who she claimed was just doing his job, was actually being an asshole. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
It was just like, I had an epiphany, no matter how hard I work at this job, it's never going to be good enough. And it ain't nothing worse. I'm naturally a hard worker at heart. You know what I'm saying? When I do something, I try to do my best. And it's very frustrating when your best ain't good enough. It's like no matter how well I do, it ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? They always gonna want more. And I really kind of felt pissed off and sad, and I had all these different negative emotions going on inside of me. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna allow this feeling to motivate me. I'm not gonna get all in my feelings and get depressed and sad and look down on myself. Because I know I'm doing my best. You know what I'm saying? And my best is all I can do. So if my best ain't good enough, I don't know what to say. But I know that this isn't a career path for me. This is something temporary. It's a pit stop to where I'm heading to where I'm going. You feel me? So it's like, I gotta use that emotion and transmute it into motivation to get the fuck up out of here and to grind out, and work on my goals, to fulfill my goals, because this ain't it, you know what I'm saying? This is temporary, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'm going to transmute this energy. And instead of being, woe is me, instead of getting into that victim mentality, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into that victor mentality, you know what I mean? I'm going to transmute that energy into something positive. Have that mentality of using those negative emotions and the negative feelings I feel for this job to motivate me to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? So every time I get that feeling, that feeling like, dang, no matter what I do, it ain't good enough, and there's no stability here for me, and I start feeling down, I'm going to use that feeling and transmute it into positive energy to motivate me and to keep me laser focused on my goals so I can accomplish my goals, so I can get up out of here. And that's my message for anybody out here, you know what I'm saying, that's going through stuff and you just like, what the fuck, damn, this is just stressing me the fuck out. Life is lifing and it's stressing you out, use that as fuel for change. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a place in your life that you don't want to be, that you don't like, don't play the victim. The victim will keep you there. The victim will keep you in a low vibration and it's not going to benefit you. Instead, use that energy, that negative energy, transmute it into motivation to follow your goals to accomplish your dreams, to do the things that you've been putting off and procrastinating about, that you know you want to do, but you just, you've been lazy. You ain't been on your grind. You ain't been doing what you know that you're supposed to be doing. Use it as motivation to do better for yourself. Whatever goals, whatever dreams you have, I don't care. And this is another thing. You got dreams and goals, don't go telling everybody about that shit. What I learned is that it's best to keep your goals and your plans to yourself until after you've accomplished them. Because it's a lot of people that pretend to be on your fucking side and they're really secret enemies. And as soon as you tell them something, and then they go out in the shadows and want to do some fucking dumbass spell work against you, trying to sabotage your plans and shit.
More breaking news just in. The diary of a Mind Alchemist channel host has been enlightened by her higher self that she has given these bottom feeder dark witches and warlocks way too much credit for their dark magic shenanigans, and that they can do nothing without the divine's permission. So, since they have no real power and are simply tools of the divine for a higher purpose, we have nothing to fear. It is still wise to keep your plans to yourself, though, since some people, who may have well intentions, may project their own fears onto you, causing you to self-sabotage your plans. You also have those hatin', hoes, and ninjas who pretend to be on your team and plant seeds of doubt on purpose, hoping you will self-sabotage. Keeping shit to yourself will help you stay focused without the background chatter and distractions of haters and well-intentioned pessimists. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So it's best to just keep it to yourself. I know, I'm the type of person, I get excited. I want to share, my goals and my dreams with people. I want to, I want to share that, but I've learned that it's best to just keep shit to yourself. Don't say nothing to nobody. Until you've accomplished your goal, then you can go ahead and be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But keep that shit to yourself. Okay? But my main message here is for those of you, if you're in a place that you don't want to be, I don't care if it's in a relationship, I don't care if it's, your job, whatever situation that you're currently in that sucks and you don't want to be there anymore, it's not serving you in a positive way. It's not serving you in a positive way. And it's toxic. You know that you can't grow and be the best version of yourself in this situation. Use those negative emotions, transmute them, and use it as motivation. Turn it into motivation. Turn your frustration into motivation. I'm getting in my Jesse Jackson mode. You know how he be saying stuff. He be saying stuff and it be rhyming and stuff, right? So turn your frustration into motivation, okay? Turn your frustration into motivation. The next time you are down and you like, how the hell am I going to get out of this? Turn your frustration into motivation. Where there's a will, there is a way. That's the damn truth. It's the truth, okay? If you want something bad enough, you will make the sacrifices that you need to make to accomplish it. Now, things might not happen right away when you want it to, but as long as you keep going, as long as you use that frustration and transmute it into motivation, nothing can stop you. And with God on your side, nothing's impossible. So I'm not coming from a Christian perspective again. But, whatever God is to you, as long as it ain't, something demonic. And hopefully, well, anybody that's listening to my content is not into that demonic shit. If anything, are my enemies that might be listening, or just people, some low vibrational people, that don't like the light, and I'm just fucking triggering their demons. But fuck y'all. We ain't worried about y'all. Alright? Heal. Don't hate. Heal. Okay? Heal. For those of you that are like that are, aggravated by other people's light. Don't hate. Heal. Alright? So, yeah, just use your hesitation. What did I say? Hesitation. I didn't say that. I said use your frustration and transmute it to motivation. All right. Use your frustration and transmute it to motivation. Whoever God is to you, as long as your God is a being of light, and not some low vibrational shit. Your God is the God that you serve is a benevolent being, a benevolent energy. Because I see God as, we give it many names, okay? But as long the energy is the same, as long as, like I said, it ain't no low vibrating shit. Ain't no jealous gods and gods that are racist and want have certain people, and I know that I feel a little shade there, but I used to be amongst those who believe that, but I don't believe that no more. You serve a God that is good. You see the divine in you. If you're religious, you worship a God that's a benevolent God. Like I said, then go ahead and do that. And know that your God does not want you to suffer. Your God has plans for you, and as long as you trust in your God, your benevolent God, to help you in your situation, then there's no person that will stop you. They can't take what the divine has for you. Okay? So turn your frustration into motivation. Transmute that energy. You are not a victim, you are a victor. Have that mentality. Don't feel sorry for yourself. I know that, we're all going through different things, and I'm not diminishing anybody's struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not diminishing anybody's struggle. But the key to overcoming whatever life throws at you is your mindset. The mind is all, the universe is mental. It's all in the mind. Your power is in your mind and how you see things. So you got to change your perspective. If you want to be successful in overcoming your challenges, you've got to change your perspective. Just like I did. I could have felt sorry for myself. I could have got into victim mode and got all pressed about, the thing with the quota at my job and stuff and not hitting the mark for them. But I'm like, no. because I'm going to just use this as motivation. I'm going to use my frustration as motivation to get the fuck up out of here and to follow my goals and my plans and to go ahead and do what I need to do so I can be up out of this motherfucker and I can go ahead and do what I really want to do, you know? So that's my message, y'all, you know, and I feel better. I feel better. But that's how you do it. You gotta change your perspective and change the way that you think. Don't focus on the negative. Take that negative energy and transmute it. That's powerful. You know what I mean? That is powerful. Using your mind as a tool to motivate you and to transmute your negative energies into positive energies. So again, when life is lifing and you just feel so frustrated and you feel like you just want to scream, go ahead and scream. Get it out. Get that negative energy out. Get that frustration out. Just don't hurt nobody and don't hurt yourself. Get it out and then transmute it. And turn that frustration into motivation to follow your goals. To, you know, do those things that you have been procrastinating about that you really want to do. Okay? So that's all that I gotta say to y'all. And again, what was it? What we gonna do? Just one more time. When we getting frustrated, what we gonna do? We gonna turn our frustration into motivation. That's right. All right, y'all. Take care. I'm out.